What is up, guys? What is good? How's everybody doing? Gotta go on my rant and raves. Got a lot of ranting to do about the Eagles. But there's breaking news. Eagles just fired Kevin Batula. About damn time. Everybody's been waiting on it, and we should have been getting it as fast as possible. Kevin Batula has to go. And Nick Sirianni apparently was trying to keep him in still with the Eagles. So he's talking to Jeffrey Lurie and all, trying to keep Kevin Batula to have a job because he's his best friend. Sirianni, you can go too. Get rid of Nick Sirianni too, because he's part of the problem, because he don't know how to fix a problem when he sees it. Kevin Batula is a problem. They got rid of him. Upper management said, yo, he has to go. It wasn't Nick Sirianni. They made Nick make this move. But he's trying to give Kevin Batula keep a job with the Eagles organization. No, get him out of there. Just get him out of there. Little G, they had just fired Kevin Batula. What is up, Daniel? Happy Tuesday. This is a good Tuesday, Daniel. This is a good Tuesday. Batula's fired. Yep. Breaking news. Eagles have to keep A.J. Brown. This is what people drive me crazy when they say, you got to get rid of A.J. Brown. You can't afford to just, with the salary cap hit. You can't do it. People need to stop that. You can't get rid of A.J. Brown. People, do you understand there is a salary cap hit? Why do people do that? Lou's in the building. What's up, Lou? What's good, Vic? Cameron's in the building. Yes, huge problem is Jalen Hurts. And I know, I think it was you, Lou, but I can't remember. You got him, Russell Wilson, and I agree with you. He's going on a down slope. People are like, oh, Jalen Hurts didn't have a bad game. Jalen Hurts had a hospital ball to Devontae Smith. He threw it to Dotson, and he threw it fucked up where he couldn't get it in the end zone. And then, like, people are just being like cheerleaders for Jalen Hurts. And I'm done. I'm over it. No, they can't. It's a big bump. I forget what the money is. But yeah, it's a big bump. What is it? Give me a minute. If you trade him, it's a cap hit of $43 million. The cap hit is on as a salary cap hit of 43. You can't do it. Can't. No, you can't get rid of him this year. It's a cap hit of 43 million. It goes down by, like, I think it's in June that it goes down to 16, but you still can't really do it. Listen, you got a chance of getting rid of Jalen Hurts more than you got a chance of getting rid of AJ Brown. What is up, SGA? Yeah, it will be a salary cap hit. But right now, Kevin Matula's gone, and Nick Sirianni has to go. Now, this is my thing about Nick Sirianni. He goes after people in the stands and tries to us, right? And then when he wins, he wades into it, he gets into the fucking. He's going to the locker room and then starts yelling like how great he is. Well, Nick, against Buffalo, if Josh Allen makes that pass, you lose the game. You're not as good as you think you are. And you don't know how to fix a problem. Every coach needs to know how to fix a problem. He knew what the problem was, his offensive coordinator, but he didn't want to hurt his friends' feelings. Listen, Nick Sirianni is a pom-pom dude. He's a cheerleader. He just holds the pom-pom. He's not the goddamn coach that can actually do. He don't do nothing. He don't call plays. He don't do nothing. He's not allowed even in the defensive friggin' thing where Vic Fangio is. He can't sit in there and listen to that because Fangio says, "Get the hell out of here. You do your part, I'll do mine." But you can make you can get rid of Jalen Hurts. That would be a huge move. I'd go fire Sirianni. We had a good. We won the Super Bowl because we had a good offensive coordinator that could know how to run. He knew how to use a running back. He knew how to use their wide receivers. He knows how to use a tight end. Kevin Matula don't. But I never liked Sirianni since he said when he first got here, you got to be like a flower and you got to watch this bloom or grow or whatever. I never liked Nick Sirianni. Did he win a Super Bowl? Yeah. Well, so did Dougie P. And you fired him right away. You can fire Nick Sirianni. I mean, look, there is so many good head coaches right now. You can get Harbaugh. Now, John Harbaugh and Jim Harbaugh actually worked with Vic Fangio. They're actually really tight. That would work good. You can make these moves. I think it's Jalen Hurts. Don't want to run no more. I think he wants to be a pocket quarterback. And that is not him. That's not him. But A.J. Brown is right here, everybody that wants to get rid of A.J. Brown. A.J. Brown's in the right. He's telling you what's wrong with the team. Now everybody's like, oh, get rid of Kevin Matula. You didn't like it when A.J. Brown said it. You didn't like it when Lane Johnson said it. But now it's like, oh, let's get rid of him. Yeah, we get rid of bringing our offensive coordinator. You get rid of bringing Mike Tomlin. Just quit on the Steelers. He retired on them. He could come here because first, where did he come from? He came from the Eagles with Andy Reid. He fucking grew up. This is where he became big in Philly. He's big friends with Big Fangio. He knows Andy. He knows Jeffrey Lurie because he was coaching with Andy Reid. Is it going to happen? Probably not. If I get it, but there is a possibility. Yeah, for the Super Bowl, Saquon Barkley carried that offense with 2,000 yards rushing. Yes, I agree with you. Got to get rid of Jalen Hurts for A.J. Brown. I am taking tired. And this is what the fans are. I don't understand the fans. You guys got to understand something. Why do we got to keep on getting rid of the number one wide receivers? Because these quarterbacks can't handle it. Like, why is it? Everybody always goes to the quarterback. McNabb had T.O. Oh, get rid of T.O. Because McNabb, it hurt McNabb's feelings. And McNabb's crying because he's not getting the credit that he wants. I would get rid of Jalen Hurts. I think he might go. If he goes, I think it would help the team. You keep A.J. Brown. Your fucking offense is still elite. You can go and make a move and get a quarterback. But man, breaking news, Kevin Batula gone. Nick Sirianni is fighting for Kevin Batula to still be in his Eagles organization. Nick Sirianni might be gone because didn't Dougie P have the same issue? He wanted to be able to pick his offensive coordinators and everything. Nick Sirianni might be on the hot seat. He might be on the hot seat. And I wouldn't care. I'd be happy. Because when you're a coach and you tell me, I don't know how to fix it. I don't know how to fix this offense. I don't know what needs to be done. What do you mean you don't need to know? You don't know. You're a head coach and you're going to tell people you don't know what needs to be done? You'd rather fight with the people in the stands and they're telling you run the ball. Lane Johnson has to tell you run the goddamn ball. But you don't know, Nick Sirianni, to run the damn ball with Saquon Barkley. How is the fans telling you how to do your job? And how bad was his offense this year? Like, the fans, me, I can tell you if it's going to be a running play or a passing play. With Jalen Hurts, he don't pass the ball when he's under center. That's a running play. Jalen Hurts only passes the ball when he's in shotgun position. Oh, fuck. Am I the guy that's supposed to know this? I am just a friggin' construction guy. I'm the guy in the stands. How do I not supposed to know what play's coming? Now the trickery. I don't care about the trickery plays that everybody's complaining about that we don't do enough of. But what I'm saying is, if I know it's going to be a run and play because he's under center, I know it's a run and play. And I know Saquon up the middle, Saquon up the middle, Saquon up the middle. If he goes on the end, he gets like 30 yards. Oh, Saquon runs to the right side, he gets 30 yards. Oh, Saquon runs to the left side, he gets 25 yards. How am I supposed to know this? And you're gonna and Nick Sirianni and them can't figure it the fuck out. But you keep on doing Saquon up the middle, Saquon up the middle. That's all you keep on doing. And it's only when Jalen Hurts is under center. Shotgun, he's fucking throwing it. It was that predictable this year that a guy in the stands knew it was going to happen before it happened. You don't think the other NFL teams understood that? Are you sick in your head? What is wrong with you? Like, what is wrong with you not to be able to figure out that you got to change shit up? I would trade up and I would trade up and get a quarterback. I really would. Now, I'm not saying Tanner McKee is the answer. I'm not saying that. I don't think he is. Now, when all the people that love Jalen Hurts go, what did Tanner McKee do against Washington? Tanner McKee didn't have the offensive line, the starters in. He didn't have the wide receivers. He didn't have the fucking number ones in the offensive line. He didn't have his. He had the backup center. He had all backup in. Tanner McKee was working with backups. Everybody, even when they played defense, it was all backups. Devontae Smith got 3 catches just to get to 1,000 yards, and he lit it up real quick. Like, see, that's what I mean. Like, so you can't compare Tanner McKee what he did it with Washington Commanders because he was dealing with backups. Yeah, but he needs to lose his boy. Dan, he needs to lose his boy. I'm telling you now, this guy got to go. I'm glad that Kevin Matula's gone. But Nick Sirianni got to go too. And if he keeps on fighting that he wants Kevin Matula still to be in the Eagles organization, I think it'd be the right move the Eagles make. A.J. Brown can't go nowhere. Our offense with our wide receivers, that duel is so great. A.J. Brown is not the problem. He's telling everybody. The problem with A.J. Brown is he's telling everybody. He's telling everybody what's wrong with the team. Fans don't like it. It hurts their feelings. That's the one when they want to get rid of A.J. Brown. No. Listen to A.J. Brown. Just like you should listen to T.O. saying McNabb was a problem. Stop always babying these freaking quarterbacks. Jalen Hurts had a horrible game, and all I keep on listening is he didn't have that bad of a game. He threw it to Dotson behind his back, like behind Dotson's back, where it's uncatchable. He threw and gave Devontae Smith the hospital ball, and people are like closing their eyes. Well, they should have called that. They should have did it. Like, now what are you, Spider-Man, and they're going to shoot a web and go get the ball? The problem is that you guys want to never knock Jalen Hurts. You don't want to knock him. You don't want to hurt his feelings. You want to keep on giving him. Listen, Jalen Hurts, even in college, lost the starting job. Even in college, he lost the starting job because he couldn't hack it. They are the real problem. Trying to get to all you. You guys want to re-put your comments in, and I'll look at them. Sorry, I was going on a rant. This is why it's called Rant and Rave. I just start yelling. And I agree with you there. He wasn't me. All the shit that Jalen Hurts did good in the Super Bowl all year long, he could not do it. He couldn't cut the mustard this year. He took a down. He just went down. He went down. I mean, like, if you get rid of Jalen Hurts, right? You could make some moves. There's quarterbacks out there you can grab. Jalen Hurts having problems with A.J. Brown, and A.J. Brown having problems with Nick Sirianni. Listen, stop getting rid of your number one wide receivers. All right, I get it. They're prima donnas. But they're all prima donnas. Jerry Rice is a fucking prima donna. You name any freaking number ones, and they were prima donnas. Mike Irvin, prima donna. They're all prima donnas. They're all prima donnas. You're never going to, if you don't, you know when you don't have a prima donna? He's not a number one. He's just not. Prima donnas are all number one. They always want the ball. They always, because they want that highlight reel. Jalen Hurts can't get nobody the highlight reel. He's just not that quarterback. I told people this since he got here. He's a quarterback that will never throw over. No, never throw over for 4,000 yards. He's not going to do it. That's not his game. He'll never do it. That's not his game. I told everybody this about Jalen Hurts. He never was going to do it. He'll never do it. He'll never throw over 4,000 yards. He ain't doing it. He's not that quarterback. It's not his game. People love him so much so. Yeah, I agree with you, Vic. Because this is why. Like, I don't like the bend but don't break defense. But this is why. You had the whole offense, right? It's the same year we went to the Super Bowl. The whole offense. And you can't win a wild card game. You should have at least won the wild card game. I'm not saying go to the Super Bowl. It's very hard to go back-to-back Super Bowls. What I'm saying is you should have went deeper into the playoffs. But Jalen Hurts has down spiraled. He got that payday, and ever since, he's not been the same. Ever since, Jalen Hurts has not been the same. Damn. You got to figure it out, Eagles. I'm glad they got rid of Kevin Matula. I think they should get rid of Nick Sirianni because there's a lot of coaches out there now that are out there that are really good. Hardball. I got Hardball going to the Giants. You got Mike Tomlin out there. He's probably going to go to Miami, but who knows? Yeah, when listen, when your coach tells you he don't know how to fix the problem, or he says I am trying to fix it, that's a different story. If he says I'm trying to fix it, that's a different story. But he has to say, he said I don't know how to fix it. I know why they hired. I know why they hired Nick Sirianni. They wanted a yes man, Lou. No, it's just to me. It's yes. Is it wishful thinking? Yeah, but you never know. They got rid of Dougie P. But yes, they want yes man. I get it, Lou. I don't know if he's going to take a break though. I think he will. He might make it if the money's right. He might make a deal. But the I think the Eagles, if they got rid of Nick Sirianni, I would like to see if they got rid of Nick Sirianni. I would like to see the Eagles go from a college coach. That's me. Um, they hired with a coaching experience. The only one they gave that had coaching experience was Andy Reid, but he was just the offensive coordinator. But he did a lot of for the coach at that time. Sean Payton got traded. Sean Payton got traded to by the Saints to the Denver Broncos. I agree with you, Dan. Like, what I'm saying is, it depends on Nick Sirianni. He's not going yet. They didn't fire him. If Nick Sirianni demands he wants to pick his offensive coordinator, and you know Jeffrey Lurie says no, you're not picking nobody no more. Nick Sirianni might walk away. Like Dougie P had a problem, walked away. What I'm saying is, you got to look at Plan B. If he walks away, what happens then? Do I think they're going to get anybody? No, they're not, because in their eyes right now, he's here. Nobody's going to say Nick Sirianni's gone. I'd go like if Nick Sirianni does go. I'd be happy. Yep, you're right, Lou. It'd be fucking if you can imagine it. But that's what I mean. Like Nick Nick Sirianni is like really. It's up to him. Yeah, and that's another thing. If Nick Sirianni went, you know how many people would want, how many head coaches would want this job? Now, you like Harbaugh and like you guys are saying, and Mike Tomlin and all them guys, they're going to want the power to go shopping. You know what I mean? I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. They want the power to go shopping. But see what happens with what they do. I don't know what they're going to do. Nick Sirianni might be here. Right now, he's in there trying to keep Kevin Petula's job. That's an argument that he shouldn't be having. But you have to look at this, Lou. You see, what you're not looking at it's a Super Bowl team. You're not looking at it's a playoff team. Like, they don't have to rebuild, Lou. They're not rebuilding. It ain't from scratch. That's why head coaches would want to come here. They're not rebuilding. Like, they might not want Jalen Hurts here. I agree with you on that one. But it's not the power. It's like, well, I have a better chance to make the Super Bowl and win a Super Bowl with this team because I'm not rebuilding. Is it a Super Bowl team? No, but it's still a playoff team if coached right, Lou. If coached right, it is a playoff team. Is it a Super Bowl team? We have a lot. We have a lot of defensive players right now that are free agents. You got Jalen Carter's going to be a free agent next year. And you got Jordan Davis this year is going to be a free agent. That's why I said you should have traded Jordan Davis because now he wants $100 million. And then Jalen Carter's won $100 million. And it's going to be hard to deal with. Yeah, you can win quick. And that's the thing. That's the only way. That's the only way you get a top-notch head coach. Exactly, Lou. If they took if AJ Brown gets traded, which I don't even think they can because of the salary cap hit. Look how bad Jalen Hurts would have been. It's going to get worse. It's going to get worse with Jalen Hurts. Yeah. If Jalen Hurts goes, that opens up a lot of money because you got Blankenship. I think he's gone. I think Jordan Davis. I think he's going. He's got to go. There's just so many pieces right now, and they're going to want top-notch money. Would cost $25 million just to trade. Yeah. If they traded AJ Brown, the salary cap hits like $30 million. You're right, Dan. I said that's why they're not trading him. They can't trade him. It's a cap hit. Nobody's listening. They're like, oh no, it's not a cap hit. It's a cap hit. I think it's $30 million, but you could split it into 2 years. So if it's $25 million, you could do 15 this year. You know, if it's $30 million, do 15 this year and 15 next year. But it goes to 2 years. You can split it between 2 years. But it's a cap hit. I don't think they can do it. You just don't think you should do it. I don't think you could do it. Because we only have 25. We only have we have 19 million now. And we got to sign all these players on defense. Now you want to take away number one wide receiver and get nothing for him. I don't know if he's gone. I really don't know if they're going to trade him. I don't know if it's 16. I think it's higher than that, Lou. But I think it's higher than that. But like I said, if you make these moves, now your offense just went down. Even if you trade AJ Brown. And we're talking stupid because we're talking about getting rid of AJ Brown. You get rid of AJ Brown, your offense has just it's going down. Lane Johnson might not even be here next year. He might just retire because he can't stay healthy. We need offensive line help. And people are ready to get rid of AJ Brown. Who's going to be your number one? Devontae Smith? He's not a number one. He's a number two. Great number two. Top notch number two. But he's not going to be able to deal with double teams. You would trade AJ Brown. Exactly, Dan. You make no sense of getting rid of AJ Brown. And it hurts your offense majorly. Thank you, Nick. What's up? How you been, buddy? I don't know if he wants out, but I think he's trying to tell people. This is the problem. People are saying he wants out. Problem is, he didn't say he wants out. He's saying how bad Kevin Petula is, like everybody else is saying. He was the first one to say it. He's only speaking his mind. Kevin Petula was bad. He's the problem. Everybody's like, oh my God, AJ Brown said Kevin Petula sucks. Let's get rid of AJ Brown. Like, that don't make sense to me. Kevin Petula was ass. Everybody agrees. AJ Brown was the first one to tell you. I think he's gonna stay. Maybe Nick Sirianni goes. Maybe they gotta keep AJ Brown. Just got to. You lose A.J. Brown. This offense has crumbled. Crumbled. To its knees, it's crumbling. You keep Jalen Hurts and you get rid of A.J. Brown. Just like when we got rid of McNabb, when we got rid of T.O. for McNabb, and it crumbled. Same situation. We will crumble if we get rid of A.J. Brown. Eagles will crumble if they get rid of their number one wide receiver. So, Jeffrey Lurie has talked to A.J. Brown. Don't know what they're going to do. I don't know what they're going to do about Nick Sirianni and all that. But you got to keep A.J. Brown, or this team's going to crumble. Next year, you're going to just see it go in. You're going to be like, where the hell? We need A.J. Brown. We need an A.J. Brown. People are saying A.J. Brown ain't got it no more. Yes, he does. If you can throw him in the ball the right way. I just say what I think, man. I get what you're saying, Lou. But I'm just saying that the Eagles need to keep him. Because it's going, this team, this offense will crumble. Crumble. That means Saquon Barkley are not going to get those big runs that he gets, about 30 yards, because of the blocking that A.J. Brown does. That nobody says. I mean, we're losing Dallas Goedert, one of the good blockers, and tight end. We're losing Dallas Goedert this year. We're going to lose a lot. We're going to lose a whole bunch of players. And if you are just get rid of A.J. Brown for nothing, it don't make any sense. And they can. So it's $33 million if they get rid of him. They're not going to get rid of him. No, Jones, they're not going to eat $30 million. They're not eating $30 million. Yep, you're right, Lou. Yeah, but the Eagles do it so much, Lou, that they're going to be in hell, cap hell. They can't keep doing it. They do it every year. They do it too much. Everybody else don't do it as much as the Eagles do. The Eagles got, I think it's $15 to $20 million to sign the players now. The Eagles do it way too much. See, so when Denver does it, Denver don't have no No cap hell. Eagles do it so much, and they just put all that money on the back, on the back, on the back. Denver don't. They give them the money in the front. They're front loaded. They're not back loaded like the Eagles. Eagles are money's in the back loaded side. Denver's money's loaded up in the front, so they're not in cap hell. We're in cap hell because we always load our money in the back. Yeah, and right now you're losing a lot of defensive players this year. Well, you never thought they were going to leave from Dougie P after him winning the Super Bowl. What was it? A year after he won the Super Bowl, they got rid of Dougie P. You know what I mean? But Dougie P wanted an extension. Dougie P wanted to be able to have his coaches, and he fought for it and lost. So they let him go. If Nick Sirianni does the same thing, then there might be an issue. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, you got to go. Now we have to go fix our defense because we're losing a lot of players on defense. I just got to find out. I don't know how is Nick Sirianni going to play the game? Nobody knows this. If Nick Sirianni acts like Dougie P, they're going to say walk. You can't let all these defensive players walk. I mean, if Lane Johnson retires, that's a lot of money. That'll help us. And this was the Eagles' window, yes. I agree with that one. But there's a lot. There is a lot to work with. I mean, you gotta worry about a lot of things that could happen. A lot. But Nick Sirianni, in my eyes, I'd get rid of him. I would get rid of Nick Sirianni. I would get rid of friggin' I think Jalen Hurts is on a down spiral. I know there's a lot of Eagle fans out there that just can't. Jalen Hurts, in their eyes, can't do no wrong. He had a horrible year, and he went. I think Jalen Hurts, and I said this in the beginning of the year, Jalen Hurts, I think he got the Super Bowl trophy, and I think he got this big head where he was the man. And I think that is fucking him up because of his attitude, saying, I'm the man. And A.J. Brown's trying to talk to him, and Devontae Smith is trying to talk to him. And he don't want to talk to nobody because he thinks his shit don't stink. He thinks he's the man and everybody should bow to him. No. Yes. See, and that's why I said Jalen Hurts will never throw for 4,000 yards. But everybody went, but he's going to run for 1,000 yards. So that equals that. Now Jalen Hurts ain't running, everybody. He took his game away because he thinks he's a gunslinger. He thinks a pocket quarterback. And that ain't Jalen Hurts' game. Jalen Hurts can't do that. It's what happened with, listen, it happened with Donovan McNabb. Thinking he's a pocket quarterback. Remember when Donovan McNabb was real skinny and fast? And then what did he do? He got all bulked up. He got all bulked up, all muscled up. Right? Got heavy. So he could take hits because he wanted to be a pocket quarterback. McNabb wanted to be a pocket quarterback. Jalen Hurts and McNabb are not pocket quarterbacks. You gotta run too. Keep them honest. That's your job. It's like Josh Allen. Josh Allen is just a pocket quarterback. If he runs, they got to keep him honest because he runs. It's like Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, you got to keep him honest because he runs. He'll take the fuck off on you. If you're going to just sit there in the pocket and not run, well, that's one of your downfalls. You got to be able to run. Even Tom Brady ran. Even Tom Brady ran like he had concrete in his cleats. But even he ran. Everyone runs. You got to get out of their way sometimes. Joe Montana ran, too, when he had to get out of the way. Yeah. But you had to. Yes. It is party time. He's gone. Yeah, but that's how he grew up. Like, he was in college running. Now he's trying to stop and be a pocket quarterback. It doesn't work like that. You can't turn that switch and say, oh, I'm a pocket quarterback. I've been doing this all my life this way, but I'm going to change. McNabb tried to do it too. He can't. Yeah. But you can't just change it over 1 year or it takes a while. Because you grew up, went into high school, went into college, you was a running quarterback. You can't just go, you know what? I'm a pocket quarterback now. All said and done. It don't work like that, folks. It don't. Hey, they ain't hiring me. You hear I'm cursing Jones? Nobody can handle me. Nick Sirianni, we getting cursed up and down the street. And it takes more than a year, Lou. It does. But that's what happened. But that's what happened with friggin' Don McNabb. He decided he's gonna bulk up. He was very skinny. He was a friggin' pole. But he was very fast. And what did he do? He bulked up so he wouldn't get hurt. Got built all this muscle around his legs. And, he got big and heavy. I can still chuck the ball, but put all this muscle. And then he couldn't run no more. Right. It's like, yeah, exactly, Lou. Like Steph Curry decided he wanted from the NBA and then he wanted to play center. Ain't gonna happen. Because you know why, Dan? This is why, Dan. Eagles never make a move. You'll never see Jeffrey Lurie. You'll never see anybody make a move during the year. You're never going to see them fire a coach during the year. You're not going to see that shit. They wait to the end of the year, and they have their meeting and say, "What the fuck happened?" No, Jalen Hurts has a problem with his reads. Yes, agree with you on that. His checkdowns are horrible. And now you got analysts like, "Oh my God, you see how he was looking at his checkdowns?" No, nobody has, because he's awful at it. Yeah, after two reads, he's done. You don't know how to go to the third guy. It's like Jalen Hurts like throwing to option A. He won't check down to option B to option C. He has like 3 to 4 options, but he don't do that because he don't have enough. He don't. He just don't do it. Jalen Hurts, and there's fans out there that just will say Jalen Hurts does no wrong, and they are wrong. They're wrong. Jalen Hurts, the way he played this year was awful. Played poorly a lot of the games. You know how we won most of our games is our defense. Our defense won most of them games on a block punt, block field goals. And fucking Josh Allen, you had fucking other teams that were just worse. And they would fuck up. And we just hanged in there enough. It was like Nick Sirianni said, "Hey, we're going to keep a lead of 17, and then our defense is going to keep us under that." And that's bad coaching. But you got to get ready. You can't just sit there and stop scoring and thinking your defense is going to win you the game. Yes, defense win you championships, but defense can't keep on fucking winning you every fucking game. You got to put points on the board too to help the defense. You can't keep going 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and the defense is tired. They need a rest. So you need to spend time on the clock because you can't keep on having your defense out there. When the defense gives you an interception and it's at the 40, they're freaking at the 40-yard line, you have to answer with a score because the defense did their job. When they give you 2 interceptions, they did their job. When they get a fumble, they did their job. You can't keep on going 3 and out and not getting undone, offense. Your defense did everything all year long, and you did not do enough. And it's god awful how bad it was. You miss your city? I love being in Philadelphia. I live in South Jersey, but man, I love being there. Rich Kotite's coming back. You guys want to cry? Put him as your head coach. You guys want to cry? Put Rich Kotite as your head coach. You guys will cry so bad, you wouldn't even know what to do with yourselves. Yeah, we lead the league in 3 and outs. And you think that's going to help the defense? It don't. It tires them out. but Kellen Moore knows how to run an offense. Give that dude credit. You should have kept him here. Imagine if Kellen Moore was here. How great Saquon Barkley would have been. Yeah, you're right, Dan. We have two of the top wide receivers, and San Fran ain't got none. And they beat us. They beat us. They shut us down. And I'm saying it's because your quarterback did not handle his business. Our coaching was bad. I don't know, Cameron. I know today it was no games were on, so I wanted to stream and do my rant about the Eagles. Yeah. When there was only winning one game, it was kind of bad. It was bad. Back in the 80s, it was bad. And that's right, Dan. These young kids are spoiled. They don't know how bad it was in the 80s. They just don't know how bad it was. I do. I remember Rich Kotite. I remember, Buddy Ryan team in the 90s, like 92 or something. That got me excited. Bog Bowl, body bag game. That shit was exciting. You know what I mean? But what was the other coach? Hold on. It was I forget the other one. We had another bad coach too before or maybe he was after Buddy Ryan. Yeah. But Andy Reid took you, when Andy Reid was here, he took you to the playoff year every year. And people wanted him out because he just took you to the playoffs. I remember going to the games in the vet. Ray Rhodes, thank you, Lou. That's who it was. I knew it was one more with Shit Show. Yeah, then he was bad for fucking years. Ray Rhodes had one good year. They might, Nick. They might. Yeah. Listen, I watched the Flyers when we had the Legion of Boom, and we went to the Stanley Cup, and we got blown out by the Detroit Red Wings. They just blew us out, swept our asses. Said we don't belong. They had Ty Detmer and Bobby Orr, yeah. I remember that. And they said they're going to be Hall of Famers. Yep. They had Ty Detmer and Coy Detmer. Remember that one, Lou? Coy Detmer, too. We had bad, well, we had bad quarterbacks. Yeah, I agree. ECW. Yeah, I had to go on my rant with the Eagles. Glad we got rid of Kevin Batoy, but I hope friggin' Jeffrey Lurie gets pissed. I hope he is pissed, like the fans are pissed, and he really like does something and to fix his team. Yes, Dan, it was his first year, and then nothing. He shit the bed. Yes, Kevin Patula got fired. Yeah, and then AJ Feely won. What'd you call it? Yup, I remember that. Yeah, Freddie Mitchell 4th and 26. This is This is why I don't want to get rid of anybody on our offense, and I'd rather get rid of the quarterback. Because I'm telling you now, I think we can make a move and get a quarterback, a good one. Oh, 6-0, yes, I remember that too, Dan. Until he got that concussion. No, he's not going to be offensive coordinator. Yeah, everybody. There's a lot of people that said that, Lou. Like when you went to 90, like in 90, it wasn't 94-1, and you had to put it on AM, it was 610. And they're like, yo, the game was still on. Like, I had to get up and go to work the next day, and it was like, I get up early, and it was like, it's still on. Eagles just signed McDaniel? No. No way. No way. It didn't happen that fast. I know, Dan. You might want it, but it didn't happen that fast. I wouldn't want it. I'm calling bullshit, and I'm not freaking looking it up. You wanted him after week 8? Seen how he ran? I see how he used Miami's quarterback, and they didn't give a fuck if he had a concussion or if he was what. They were just fishing and throwing him out to the sharks. No, he's not. Yeah, I don't think freaking Hurts can run his offense either. No, he's not. that's the fastest that ever happened in all freaking in any sport. That'll never happen. I'm waiting for the ESPN alert. People are crazy. So many fake reports. Don't listen to me. Listen, I get it. A lot of people want something to happen. It ain't gonna happen that quick. I love y'all, but it ain't happening that quick. Golf can run his offense. Jalen Hurts can't. It'd be like concussion protocol for Jalen Hurts. You're going pretty fast on this. No, it don't happen that fast. You'll see that in a month. I blame the other guy to say, yup, Jones. Jones is just trolling me. But I'm glad the Eagles did get rid of Ken Batua. I want to see Jeffrey Lurie should be mad and actually do something. Actually do something. Jalen Hurts didn't run a lot this year. How many yards did Jalen Hurts get? Like 400 yards? 300? I don't know. And my thing is, I don't know if Nick Sirianni's going to want somebody that actually could take his job. Dan, and I'm being honest with you. See? Jones is just fucking trolling. Breaking my balls. That's all he's doing. Man. And then I wanted to go on a rant a little bit about the Sixers. How good Maxey'd been. MVP status. You gotta put Maxey in there for MVP the way he's been playing. Maxey has been lighting it up. And once again, everybody's not even giving him an eye look. And I don't get it. Don't get it at all. And I got the Sixers. Rookie of the Year is Edgecombe. And people are not giving him any credit. Why are you not getting the rookie that has the most steals in all rookies this year. And he's by far has a lot of steals. Mike's in the building. What's up, Mike? And like they got Edge going. I think he's going to get Rookie of the Year. I think Maxey should get MVP of the year. Now, do I think the Sixers? I think they barely make it in the play-in right now. There's a lot of basketball left. They could become a dumpster fire. I don't know. I had them not making the play-in to barely making the play-in now because they have been winning. It could all change, but right now, but I had them doing that. Mike, I got rid. Mike, we've been getting rid of Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni around here. Mike, we have like officially got rid of Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni on this fucking board right now. How bad Jalen Hurts was. There's just too many cheerleaders out there, Eagles fans, about Jalen Hurts. But Nick Sirianni got to go. Especially if he wants to keep Kevin Petula somewhere in the Eagles organization. I would not do it. Kevin Petula is not the man. If you ain't had it 6 or 7 years here and you ain't figured it out, you'll never figure it out, kid. Sorry to say it. I agree. It's going to be hard because. Yeah, they're not getting. This is the thing. You have to look at it this way. Nick Sirianni does not want to have to look over his shoulder that his offensive coordinator can steal his job. What is Nick Sirianni to do? Nick Sirianni doesn't call plays. Nick Sirianni is a guy that holds his pom-poms in the hand, and he's a cheerleader for this team. That's all Nick Sirianni is. That's all he is. Yeah, and Maxey and Edgecombe is doing really great. That duo is doing great. They had 5 from Edgecombe and Maxey last game. They both had 5 threes. I think Maxey had 6 threes and Edgecombe had 5 threes. Not saying because the team was bad. Matola can clean the bathrooms. I wouldn't even let him clean the bathrooms, Mike. I don't think he has the education for that. You're right on that, Dan. Won't fire the head coach. Well, the Eagles never done that. The Eagles never have fired a head coach and gave it to the offensive coordinator in a year. They always wait for the end of the year. Any good offensive is not going to win. Yeah, it's not going to work under Sirianni. No. Every time it works for me, we hire from inside. It fails. Yes, you are right, Lou. Hire from out. Even if you had to go get a coach from college, I don't think that would work either. I think Nick Sirianni needs to go. You gotta overpay. You gotta overpay them though. If you're gonna have somebody good like Kel Moore or Van Steichen, you're gonna have to overpay them. Act like they're getting paid. You know, like they're getting paid a head coaching gig. Yup, Johnson and Padula were both hired from within, and it doesn't work. But you had to overpay, but that doesn't go on your salary. You just got to repay. But you're overpaying. What you're overpaying for is you're going to the playoffs in the Super Bowl. You're paying for greatness. All right, everybody. I appreciate yous. We've been on here for an hour and a half. Going on my rant about the Eagles. I'm glad they got rid of Kevin Patula. I'm hoping Jeffrey Lurie makes some big decisions and make some moves. We got a lot of freaking free agents and on the defense side. We got to make some moves. But great day to see Kevin Patula fired. And that's what it should have been. It should have been fired for a long ago. Appreciate you, Lou. It was a great day hearing Kevin Patula got fired. Hopefully, Jeffrey Lurie is still steaming, and he wants to fix this. I'd like to see what Nick Sirianni, Jeffrey Lurie has to say after, at the end of it all, like they do their last talk. We'll find out what happens. I'd like to see what goes on. You got Nick Sirianni and Jeffrey Lurie probably, talking at the end and find out how everything's gonna fucking work. All right, everybody. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I will catch you on the rebound. Peace. I'm out.